At least let them like engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to, take care of their family.
One of the things I'm most curious about when you send me up there is figuring out whether or not this is a real guy. Ever since I saw him, I've been wondering if this is a real guy. Like, is he real? Is he 3D printed? Something doesn't seem right. He doesn't seem like a real guy. Is he a real guy? That's Mike Johnson. He's the Speaker of the House. He's talking about how congressmen should still be able to trade stocks. Is he a real guy? I know a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, and it's true that ain't no two people living in the exact same world, but right now in 2026, they have a lot in common, and that is that nobody is excited about the future that is being forced upon us. This future of this mass surveillance, AI everywhere, bot morons replacing real people, nothing working, mass surveillance, data centers polluting everything, the politics of greed being much more deeply entrenched in our lives where we're not supposed to have any say over our own destiny. But the No Money campaign to beat money in politics is all about reminding you that we don't have to accept it. We can actually, have control over our own destiny. We just have to choose to. So let's do that. Well, ain't you tired of the crooks and liars ruining every damn thing? Well, don't you worry, but we need to hurry up and sign this thing. It's a petition for a race against money, and when we win, it'll be really damn funny. So find me there at Old Town Square. Together we can beat money. Have you ever heard a politician talk about anything? Like anything at all? And just how Weasley they are, just in general. Every once in a while, they'll try to do something that's so obviously choreographed to seem authentic, but they're just Weasley to their core. Their entire existence and essence is to be a scammer. And it's the worst possible kind of scammer because they're the type of scammers who take over, our public will and just squander our chances at having a better world just to fulfill their own personal greed. And it's disgusting. And why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep investing in the same people? Why do we keep allowing this to happen? Somebody signed my petition the other day, and they said that they were blown away because people like to complain about everything, but nobody's trying to do anything except for me. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm out here. That's why I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to give you an option. I'm trying to give you a real option. Because whatever party you think is out there that you think they're going to help you, they're not going to help you. Because they're not in it to help you. They're in it to make themselves rich. And the entire point of this campaign is to beat money in politics on the way to getting money out of politics. Because without beating money in politics, we're not going to be able to solve any of our problems. We're not going to be able to have any good policy. The entire point of this entire thing is to try to make politics an honorable profession, which sounds impossible. It isn't impossible, it's just improbable. And this campaign is improbable too, and you can make it successful if you come to Old Town Square and sign my petition to get on the ballot. You'll see politicians for some major party, and they'll be talking about something, anything, any issue at all. And they will always frame it to where they and their party can possibly do no wrong, while the other party is absolutely evil. They won't hold anybody in their party accountable. They won't hold themselves accountable. And what ends up happening is that we normalize that. We allow that to happen. We allow ourselves to be talked to by people who aren't honest about anything. And we accept that, and we're like, that's a good person to represent us. And we need to support them not because I actually believe what they're saying, but I like their lies better than the other side's lies. And that's basically what we're betting on, and it's sad. And the entire reason why we're doing that is because we're so deeply screwed by the corrupting influence of money in politics. The more I talk to people, and I talk to people all day, every day, pretty much, is that everybody's feeling tired right now. Everybody's feeling a little worn out. And I think it's because of the burden the intense burden and the strain of holding up our suspension of disbelief and continuing to invest in this corrupt political system playing by the rules that they dictate. I'm offering you an option to actually deal with the problem. That's why I'm out here every single night. And when you do that, when you come and you beat money in politics, you can unburden yourself with the suspension of disbelief. Because what you're doing is, you're saying, I don't believe you. I don't believe this anymore. We're going to deal with the actual problem. And it's a very freeing experience. You can live life once more. Everything will be great afterwards. Beat money in politics isn't referring to just this campaign. Beat money in politics is a much bigger idea that even if you don't come and sign my petition, that I hope you participate in. Beat money in politics is a bigger idea because what it means is we're going to focus for a minute. We are going to not believe these people who are known to lie to us over and over again, and we're actually going to try to make better choices. It's really amazing how much effort is wasted in the mainstream American political discourse where people are talking about Democrats and Republicans and left and right, and if a Democrat gets in there, they'll do this, and if a Republican gets in there, they'll do that. And they don't ever actually look at the only thing that matters, and that is the corrupting influence of money in politics. That is the only thing that matters in politics, is the money, not our votes, not our will. There's been study after study showing this. The number one reason why everything gets bad and everything gets worse more and more, and why we're being treated so disrespectfully with this AI bullshit and these data centers and everything else, is because of the corrupting influence of money in politics. And there is no valid political theory until that is the central focus. This No Money campaign, by the way, this is a self-funded campaign and I'm broke, so if you want to beat money in politics, I need your help. But I've lived a life where I am very careful to give my information to anybody because I am very aware of the presence of data brokers and scammers and how irresponsible people are with our data. And I live a pretty scam call free life, you know, because I'm very careful with it. But this interesting thing happened a couple of days ago when I got verified to sell ads, political ads on Facebook. I had to go give them like specifically my phone number and things like that. As soon as that went through, as soon as that got cleared, guess what happened? I'm getting multiple scam phone calls a day that I would get maybe one a month, maybe two on a crazy month. Now I'm getting 2 or 3 a day. Anyway, so it's pretty obvious that Facebook has leaked my data to data brokers who are then using them as a target to scam me. Because this did not happen until I got verified to sell political ads on Facebook. Do you know why we live in scam hell, where we are constantly targeted by scammers? It's because the industries that collect and sell our data aren't regulated in any way by the Democrat or Republican Party. Politicians are paid handsomely to look the other way. Politicians of both parties are paid handsomely to look the other way, to not rein in big tech. So what do we get? We get psychological manipulation on social media platforms. We got all sorts of never-ending hell constantly. And there's no way out in the current system. There's no way out with money corrupting politics. We have to beat money in politics. We have to get money out of politics. And the first thing we need to do that is to beat money in politics. Guess who's the only person who you have an option to vote for who would go around and put a stop to this? It's me. The Democrats and the Republicans aren't going to do it. We live in scam hell. And it's because all of the industries that they need to reckon with pay them off to not do it. But I will. I don't take their money. I don't like them. I don't like the parties. I don't care. I've had to spend a lot more time on social media than I normally would because of this campaign. And I've come to the conclusion that, especially because it's ruined the internet and how I've seen it now, which is horrific, AI in its current application should actually be called AIP, where instead of artificial intelligence, it should be referred to as automated information pollution. In several ways, I'm an absolutely terrible candidate because I don't understand a lot of what people do, and I have so many instances of this, and I'll probably mention them, but I just went by this and I don't understand it. It's like, why would you pay to advertise for a company? I mean, there's Carhartt. I see this with like, Nike, Adidas, John Deere, whatever. It's like, why do you pay money to advertise for somebody? They should be paying you. I don't understand it. I never understood it. I was just reminded of Gene Shalit's passing at the age of 100, and it really made me mad because I swear he died like 10 or 15 years ago. And I always used to like making jokes about Gene Shalit and, this and that because he's such a character. And I'm really upset with myself because if I'd have known he was still alive, I would have hung out with him because nothing would have pleased me more than hanging out with a 95 or even a 99-year-old Gene Shalit. I want you to understand something about this campaign. This is a no money campaign. It's all about beating money in politics. So for this to work, I need you to help me. I need you to come and sign my petition at Old Town Square. And to bring your friends. I need 5,000 signatures. I've gotten several pages of signatures, but I still consider myself needing 5,000 more by the end of July. I am someone who is just willing to serve in the U.S. House. If you'll have me, I'm not a politician. I am really interested in doing this job for you because I want you to have a good representative. Also, I want to pursue a lot of my own personal grievances. So if you put me in the House, I think you're going to really enjoy my demeanor and my behavior once I reach the House because I think you'll find a lot of our grievances overlap, and you're going to feel good that I'm there. So if that sounds good to you, I definitely need your support. I need your support in person. If we're going to beat money in politics, we need to beat money in politics. So please help and hurry if you can. One of the things that deeply annoys me about how we deal with politics is that so much of it just appears to be branding. Just these people cosplaying as people who are pretending to be like a Democrat or a Republican, and it's just the icing on a cake of lies. And it is all because of the corrupting influence of money in politics, and that's why we must beat money in politics. And what must be done can only happen if you help. There's something very important that I don't think a lot of people realize about me as a political candidate. I am the only political candidate who is against bullshit. I think as an American, I think that it's understood for us that we have an inalienable right to avoid bullshit. And I am the only candidate who is against bullshit. If you look at whatever else is out there for this seat, they're very pro-bullshit factions. They are the promoters of big bullshit. And bullshit has taken over our society to such a degree that I've noticed that over the years that the quickest way to make people laugh in a group is to say anything that's true. Like, if you have like a bunch of people in front of you and you say, so the grass is green, you're going to get some chuckles. You're going to get some chuckles. And, the crowd reaction will raise from there based on how willing you are to get real about it. But if you don't like bullshit and you want less bullshit, I'm literally your only option. And I'm here to give you an option. So please help me get on the ballot.